Now this is how you respond. Leo Carlson left last game after a borderline late hit, and the Ducks completely fell apart after it. Clearly they watched my last video calling out their lack of response because they came out mad and hungry this time. They were hitting everything that moved, hard, and even got revenge on the player who took out Leo. I wasn't a fan of how that was handled, but you'll have to wait for my full recap to hear more about that. Both teams came out flying to start. The Ducks dominated physically.
This is the most physical we have seen Anaheim.
McTavish set the tone with a big hit on the first shift, and while he's still shaking off some rust, this might have been his best game of the year. You know how I usually highlight 1 or 2 big chances per period? Not this time. Both teams went crazy. Gibson made 2 good saves, Harkins hit the post, and Johnston just needed to elevate his shot more, and it's in. The pace was wild. It felt like there was a good scoring chance on every shift. The Ducks did strike first, though. Toronto's forecheck forced a turnover, and the puck skirted out to Terry, who dangled into the slot, but lost it, right to Toronto, who did a spinorama and buried it. You know what I miss? Feisty Frank Sellies. It just shows how frustrated Frankie has been this season. The Ducks added another from the hottest man alive right now, with 8 points in his last 8 games. Gauthier gave a cheeky little pass to Leeson, and Mr. Chow probably made Cronin cry just a little bit with his simple turn and shoot. Then things got a little dicey for the Ducks. Seattle got a power play late in the period, which the Ducks killed off, but the Kraken scored shortly after. A broken play that I guess Gibson never saw because he didn't react, but he did on this save to keep it 2-1 Ducks heading into the second period. The Ducks had to kill off another power play early in the second, and thanks to the post at the end, they did, though the Kraken would get one. Zellweger whiffs on a pass off the boards, so it gets fed out front in a perfect shot over the pad. But the Ducks responded immediately. The top line's forecheck created some chaos. McTavish won a corner battle, feeding Zegras, who set up Killorn for the go-ahead goal. Killorn even joked that this is the only way he scores these days.
Well, that's the only way I score is when he finds me behind the net. That's how I scored every goal this year.
And honestly, he's not wrong. Ever since he has been with Zegras, he has looked better. Strom almost scored on the wraparound attempt. So close, but it didn't matter because the Ducks would double their lead with 30 seconds left while on the power play. Good keep-in by Michikov, Leeson screens the daylight in front, and Gauthier sniped it home. Montour/Johnson's stick at the end of the period, so you knew there was going to be some chaos in the third. The Ducks did start the period with a power play, which the Kraken got a shorty chance on, but Zellweger got the best chance and got robbed, and Vatrano whiffed on an open net. Gibson made back-to-back grade A saves. Leeson hit a post. Decor got accidentally slid into by Harkins. And grab your snacks, because this is about to get interesting. The Ducks killed off another Kraken power play, again, thanks to the post and Gibby. The Ducks would take that momentum and add another goal. McTavish led the rush. Killorn's shot got blocked, but Zegras caught the puck, dropped it, and finished it off.
Trevor Zegras picks up the loose change as a trailer.
Then came the revenge for Carlson. Karche hit Helson in front, so of course, Harkin's gonna step in, and chaos erupted. Karche flops like a fish, and once the Ducks figured out it was Karche, it was over. I can't defend Johnston's punches to the head while Karche was down, but honestly, this could have all been avoided if Karche dropped the gloves last game or earlier in this game.
Karche's gloves, I mean, they're like, the mittens on those kids. They got that string attached to them. They're not coming off those hands.
But instead, he ran and dodged every chance he got, while also talking all night. I didn't like that this happened with 5 minutes left, up by 3. The timing was odd, but I guess Ross felt confident the game was in hand. I don't know. The arena and broadcast was confused by the penalties, so here they are. Johnston would get the double minor for roughing and a game misconduct. Zegras would take his spot in the box. Then it was the Gibson show some more to close the game, and he killed the penalties. The Ducks snapped their 8-game losing streak to the Kraken and won their 3rd straight game on the road to win 5-2. They really do hate the home crowd, I guess. It was by no means a perfect game. In fact, Seattle might have been the better team, slightly, as the Ducks were sloppy, and their defensive coverage was quite something sometimes. Gibson definitely bailed them out on multiple occasions. Still, I'm really proud of the team's effort and response. The forecheck was relentless, creating so many of their chances, and that's all about effort and determination. In my last video, I said this game would say a lot about the Ducks as a team, and it really does. I've questioned their effort and whether they even care at times during the first 20 games or so this season. Tonight, though, everyone seemed to care. Yes, even Killorn. Gibson was a rock and net, despite being run into 3 times. Once by a teammate, once by a post, and once by a Kraken player. None of it slowed him down. And thank goodness for that, because the Ducks needed him. This was a vintage John Gibson performance. He earned every one of his 42 saves, and he has yet to lose in regulation this season in his 4 games. While I'm proud of the team's effort overall, Gibson was the reason they had so much confidence to keep going.
Just having fun.
He is having fun, and it seems like the whole team is starting to too. Let's keep the fun going against the Kings at Ponda at 12:30 p.m. for a Black Friday Classic. It seems Fowler could return as he traveled with the team to Seattle. Even better though, we've got some great news on Carlson. His upper body injury appears to be short-term, and he's listed as day-to-day. Have a safe and happy Thanksgiving to those who celebrate. Thank you to our members. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and go Ducks!
It was pretty good. Just having fun. Thanks. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.